Welcome to Bourbon Riders, and it is Friday night bourbon fight. No, how about Friday night bourbon fight? Ooh, Friday night bourbon fight. It's Friday night bourbon fight, and tonight's fight is for the heavyweight 10-year championship. The challenger tonight is from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 91 proof, Widow Jane. Aged 10 years in New American oak barrels. This is batch 741, bottle 702, bottled in 2022. He is challenging the reigning king of 10-year bourbons, Henry McKenna, 10-year, single barrel, bottled in bond. This guy here has killed many a contender. Just TK'd him right in the middle of the fight. The rules are simple. There are 3 rounds. In round 1, Aroma, each bourbon can get up to 5 points for how good it smells. In round 2, it's all about taste. Points are doubled. Each bourbon can get up to 10 points. And in round 3, the final round, finish. Each bourbon can gain up to 5 points, for a total of 20 points. The bourbon with the most points wins the bout and gets the belt. Well, actually gets a trophy, and we'll show you that later. So, we're going to start right off with round 1, Aroma. And we'll start off with the challenger. Widow Jane 10-year. I've challenged that bottle quite a bit, haven't I? Get a little bit of the proof. Really a brown sugar molasses smell. It's not real strong, but it comes through. Brown sugar vanilla. Not really any floral or any... If there's fruit there, it may be dark fruit. But mostly it's that brown sugar and vanilla. What I like to call the brown sugar vanilla Pop-Tart. Oh yeah. Nice smell. Okay, the champion, the Henry McKenna 10-year. Give it a little swirl. The McKenna's different. I smell the sweetness, a little bit of the proof. I do smell more dark fruit and less molasses, but a sweet dark fruit. That's tough. One more time with the Widow Jane. Brown sugar Pop-Tart. One more time for the McKenna. More like, if you were comparing Pop-Tarts, I'd have to say this is more like a cherry Pop-Tart. That's nice. But I have to say that the Widow Jane takes this round, and we'll show you the points as we're going along. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Round 2, the palate. How does it taste? McKenna can come back because it's double the points in round 2. So McKenna gets to start off. A little bit of spice, dark fruit, brown sugar, maybe a little butterscotch in there. Very tasty. And we'll take 2 sips from each bourbon. And I didn't, this is 100 proof, but it doesn't taste like 100 proof. It is a very smooth bourbon. All right, the Challenger, Widow Jane 10-year. Also taste some dark fruit, cherry, a little brown sugar. Doesn't quite have the taste of the Aroma. It's a little different, where the McKenna tasted more like the Aroma. The Widow Jane is not quite as sweet as the McKenna. And let's try that again. Back to the McKenna. McKenna has a little more spice up front, and you definitely get that dark fruit in the middle. I think it is a little bit sweeter. Mostly a dark fruit with a little kind of brown sugar taste to it. Back to the Widow Jane. And I can tell you, it's been a while since I've had the Widow Jane. Widow Jane, you'd think to have the advantage here because I've drank more of it, but you haven't looked at my McKenna bottle up on the shelf, so not necessarily a true statement there. This is good. This is more brown sugar molasses taste, not the dark fruit I'm getting on the McKenna. But yet I'm kind of craving this to be a little sweeter, because you get that hint of that, brown sugar Pop-Tart you smelled, and you want to taste that. You want it to be a little sweeter. I have to give the round to the champion. So not really apples to apples as I hoped for, but I have to give the McKenna this round that they scored higher. Okay, ding, 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 round 3. This is for finish. So I kind of got an idea what's going on, but I got to make sure that I kind of clear the palate here. Okay, we're going to let the Challenger go first. And here, we're looking for, what does it leave us with? What is the finish? And we'll do it just with one sip. For the Widow Jane, I get a little peppery finish, and it could be the rye content in the bourbon. But it's not a heavy spice. It's a light spice, and I'm left with kind of a vanilla finish. The brown sugar goes away quickly, and what's left is vanilla and spice. So vanilla and baking spices is what's left, what lingers. I don't know why I swirl it so much when I'm just tasting it. I got in the habit. It's interesting. The McKenna finish goes away faster than the Widow Jane. I'm left with a kind of dry fruit. Really no spice to speak of. If it is, it's very light. And it goes away faster, where I'm more like, I need to taste something else because it goes away faster. I will tell you that, and it could be because of the proof. But in this round, I'll tell you that the Widow Jane's got the advantage. Their finish lasted longer, was more pleasant, went along with the taste, where the McKenna, you've kind of forgotten what it tasted like because the finish doesn't last, and there really isn't anything that lingers. So we need to tally up our scores, and we'll come back and give you the results. Okay, I can tell you this was so close. If you've been looking at the scores on the screen, the bout was decided by 1 point. There was no TKO in the tasting round, although the McKenna was definitely the heavy favorite. In the nose, the Widow Jane won with a score of 4-3 for the McKenna. In the taste, the McKenna just obliterated the Widow Jane. 9 points for the McKenna, only 6 for the Widow Jane. In finish, Widow Jane came back. 4 points for finish. I thought it was a nice finish, where the McKenna was a little lacking in finish, so it only scored 3 points. So in total, Widow Jane had 14 points. McKenna had 15 points. McKenna is still the champion. The McKenna gets the trophy. That trophy, by the way, is Cracker Barrel maple syrup, because it's like the best maple syrup in the world. And I just thought it's like, what better than a trophy than maple syrup and bourbon, right? So, we hope you liked this video, and you'll come back next Friday night for another Friday Night Bourbon Fight! Because, baby, it tastes so good.